Alauddin Khalji and yes, we compared the Alauddin Khalji and Muhammad Tughlaq. Okay, what all measures these rulers adopted to defend against to the
Alauddin.
Ma'am, in Muhammad Tughlaq and Mongols war, who win?
war was not happened, Afridi. That's what I have told you. We will discuss it later. We are going to it. Don't be excited. Okay. So children, listen to me. So both these rulers, okay, they took effective measures, okay, to fight against the Mongols. Okay, because the Mongols, these people always try to attack, or they often face the attack from these Mongols. Okay, so both these rulers, they increased the number of soldiers in the army. Okay, Alauddin Khalji, but he was he controlled it very effectively. But this Muhammad Tughlaq, what all measures he was adopted, it all become
Increase the number of army.
failure.
it all become a fail.
Big
People,
failure.
he transferred the people
To people from
to Daulatabad.
to new capital in south, that was
Daulatabad.
Okay, Daulatabad.
And
Just
made
open the textbook. I will ask you to underline some lines that you need to underline when we will go through this page. Okay. So children, the first important thing. Okay. So, yes. So under Alauddin Khalji, Mongols, okay, they attacked twice. Okay, Alauddin Khalji faced Mongol invasion 2 times. Twice they were attacked Delhi, and as a part of defensive measure, he wanted to defend against the Mongols who increased. Okay, so he increased the number of
He raised
soldiers
the
in the
last
army.
standing army.
And also he constructed that you underline, children.
Yes, ma'am.
He constructed a new garrison town for his soldiers. That is
Siri.
okay. And Muhammad Tughlaq also, okay, he was attacked during the early years of his reign. Okay, and he defeated. Okay, Muhammad Tughlaq defeated the Mongol army. Okay, and he was very confident about his army, so he increased. Okay, so he wanted to attack the Mongols by attacking Transoxiana, because Transoxiana was under the control of Mongols. Okay, so he wanted to attack Transoxiana, so he raised the number of soldiers.
Standing army to attack Transoxiana.
Okay, and he did not constructed a new garrison town. Okay, what he has done, children? He constructed a new capital. Okay, that is Daulatabad. South. Okay, and
emptied
he emptied the residents of Delhi Khuna. They were asked to shift or to move from Delhi Khuna to
the new capital,
to the new capital in south, that was Daulatabad. Okay, so children, listen to me. Just go through the textbook. Rather than constructing a new garrison town, okay, the oldest of the 4 cities of Delhi was emptied of its residents, and the soldiers were deployed. The soldiers were
deployed.
Okay, and the residents of the old city was sent to the new capital of Daulatabad in the south. Okay. Then, children, I have told you it need a huge expense, okay, to maintain a strong or a huge army. Okay, it need enough number of soldiers. These people wanted to be fed, okay, and also they need to pay the salaries. They need weapons, okay, they need weapons, and also animals like horse, elephants and all. That time atomic bombs and things were not there, right? So
yes,
they need animals like horse, elephants and all. Okay, so it need a huge money to maintain a strong or a huge army. Okay, so the soldiers need to be fed. Okay, they need to give
Feed it.
food. Ah, yes. So Alauddin Khalji collected the taxes. Okay, the produce collected as taxes from
the
the
lands
land
between
between
Ganga and Yamuna.
Ganga and Yamuna. Okay, that means 50% of the peasants' yield he collected as the taxes, Karaj. Okay, and Muhammad Tughlaq, he also collected the produce from the same area as the tax to feed the army.
Feed the army.
Okay, but you know, children, as the number of the soldiers, okay, of Muhammad Tughlaq army was very huge. Okay, it was amongst more people. Okay, it was very heavy. So it was not enough. Okay, the 50% of the production from the soldiers or from the peasants, it was not enough
Not
to
enough
meet the expenses.
to feed the
Okay, so
army.
what he has done, he levied additional
Additional taxes.
Additional taxes.
imposed more taxes. Okay, so just imagine, children, the condition of the peasants. Already they were providing, means already they were paying 50% of the production. Okay, with
Production.
remaining 50%, they want to look after their family. They wanted to buy crops. Okay, they wanted to buy the seeds and all. Okay, for the next production. So again, if the Sultan, if he collect more taxes from him, what will be their condition? Okay, it was a huge burden. Okay, it became a huge burden for the
Huge burden.
peasants
And
under
famine.
Muhammad Tughlaq. Okay,
And they faced famine in the area.
yes.
There is scarcity of food.
Daily.
Scarcity of food.
Ah, yes. So that happened to means a famine. Okay, this action or this collection of more revenue from the peasants, it coincided with the famine, scarcity of
Famine.
food. Okay, so the condition till that time we have discussed about circle of justice. That means the peasants, the Sultan wanted to make his peasants happy. Okay, happy and prosperous. Okay, and most of the Sultan, they concentrated on that. But when it comes to Muhammad Tughlaq, only because, okay, why all these actions he has done, children? Only to means he only the only
Conquer Iran.
wanted to means attack Transoxiana. Okay, only aim of the Sultan, he wanted to
Only to defeat the
a
Mongols.
military campaign against Mongols or the Transoxiana. He wanted to attack Transoxiana. For that only he has done all these things. Okay, but it become a burden for the peasants to give those taxes to the
Taxes.
to the government. They levied additional taxes to meet the expenses, okay, of maintaining an army. So it create a famine in those areas. Okay, then here just listen, children. Alauddin Khalji, he had to be paid.
Paid
Okay, the
the
soldiers
soldiers.
had to be paid. Alauddin chose to pay his soldiers salaries in cash. Okay, and with the using this cash, the soldiers will buy the things. Okay, will buy the things. So what will be the tendency, children? Sometimes the merchants will exploit the situation. Okay, they will raise the price. Is it?
Yes, ma'am.
I have told you, children, due to some situation, if the demand is more, okay, if the demand is more, they will rise the price. Okay, the merchants will increase the price
Getting
Fix the
profit.
prices.
for getting profit. Yeah. Okay. So here, Alauddin Khalji, he effectively controlled. Okay,
Prices
controlled.
of goods in Delhi.
Yes. Okay. See, children, just underline the line in the textbook. Last sentence. Alauddin controlled the prices of goods in Delhi. Prices were carefully surveyed by the officers and merchants who did not sell at the prescribed rate were punished. That means the prices were carefully surveyed by the officers.
Officers and
Okay,
merchants who
he
did not sell.
appointed officers to check, okay, the price. And also, merchants who did not sell at the prescribed rate were
Were punished. Were punished.
okay. So under Alauddin Khalji, the soldiers were paid in cash. Okay, and with that with the money, they will buy the things from the merchants. So there was a tendency among the merchants to increase the prices. But Alauddin, okay, he appointed officials, okay, to survey, okay, the prices were carefully surveyed by the officers, and the merchants who did not sell the things, okay, sell the things in a prescribed rate were punished. And so he can effectively, Alauddin Khalji, he effectively controlled the prices of the goods. Okay, he was very capable, he was very an effective ruler, he controlled the prices of the goods, and also his tax was enough for him to maintain the army. So the peasants were also very happy during the time of Alauddin Khalji. But see children, this point we have discussed children.
No.
Oh, children, but Muhammad Tughlaq. Okay, Muhammad Tughlaq. See, yes, Muhammad Tughlaq also paid his soldiers cash salaries,
But did not control prices.
but instead of controlling prices, he used a token currency made of cheap metals.
Metals.
See, children, during that time, gold and silver coins were in circulation. Okay, gold and silver coins, but he introduced a new, that you underline children. He introduced a new token currency made out of cheap metals.
Metal.
Yes. And the people were very smart. Okay, what they have done, you know, children, they saved their gold and silver coins and paid all their taxes to the state with this token currency. Okay, they paid the taxes. They saved their gold and silver coins with them. Okay, they saved it and they have paid. Oh yes, they have paid
All their taxes.
taxes by using this token currency. And since it was made out of cheap metal, it was easy to be counterfeited. What do you mean by counterfeited? Duplicate. It can make duplicate. See children, when I was discussing,
Duplicated.
okay, since this token currency, it was made out of cheap metals. Okay, cheap metals, not with silver and gold coins. So it can make, very easy to make the duplicates of this one.
Duplicates of.
So the people of Delhi, they were very smart. They saved their
The gold coins and paid the
they
taxes
paid
by the
taxes
all
by
the taxes.
using this token currency. Okay, so that attempt of Sultan, okay, that is Muhammad Tughlaq attempt also was a big failure. Okay, yes. Children, these 2 points are clear to you?
Yes,
This one,
ma'am.
that is Alauddin Khalji, he paid the soldiers in terms of cash, and by using that cash, the soldiers, they buy the supplies from the merchants. And the Sultan, he intervened.
Control the prices.
Effectively, he controlled the price, okay, the price of the
Goods in Delhi.
food items. But Muhammad Tughlaq, okay, he introduced a new token currency, okay, which is made up of
cheap metal.
cheap metals. Okay, and people
paid all their
paid,
taxes.
yes, their taxes by using this
This
token
token
currency. They saved their gold and silver coins, and also this was very easy to make duplicates.
Duplicate.
Okay. Clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Then the other one. Okay, listen. Alauddin's administrative measures were quite successful, and the chroniclers praised for cheap prices and efficient supplies of goods in the market. He successfully withstood the threat of Mongol invasion. He was very successful, okay, and he took effective measures. Okay, his all measures were very effective. He can control the price, right? Okay, the rate of the things, goods and all. he withstood the threat of Mongol invasion. Okay, he maintained an army and he collected the taxes to maintain the army, and also at the same time he controlled effectively the rise, means the price goods, okay, price of the goods and all. Okay, but listen children, this one, okay, so but Muhammad Tughlaq's administrative measures were, yeah, failure. Okay, his campaign into Kashmir was a disaster. Even though he increased the number of the soldiers and all, you need no need to write down, children. These points are there in the textbook. You just mark the lines.
Okay, ma'am.
So I will tell you which all line you need to underline. Okay, the important points I will tell you. So his campaign into Kashmir was a disaster. He then gave up his plans to invade Transoxiana. Give up means he abandoned. Yeah, he abandoned his plan to invade Transoxiana and disbanded his army. What do you mean by disbanded?
He stopped.
Oh,
Stop.
okay, children. Yeah, he disbanded his
Large
large army. Okay, and again, what it has done, he asked the people to shift
To
back,
Daulatabad.
back from
It was
Daulatabad
rescinded. It was rescinded.
Daulatabad to Delhi.
Delhi.
Okay, the soldiers were disbanded, his army was disbanded,
Rescinded.
and again the shifting of people to Daulatabad was rescinded.
Rescinded.
Okay, yes.
Ma'am, what is his meaning of disband?
Means
Stop.
dispersed his army. He dispersed his army. Okay, in order to meet, in order to attack the Mongols, he increased the number of soldiers in the army. Okay, he raised a large standing army. So he disbanded his army. That means he dispersed his large standing army. Okay, and the people, okay, he asked the people from Daulatabad to resent, okay, resent to Delhi. Understand, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So Muhammad Tughlaq's administrative measures were a failure. His campaign into Kashmir was a disaster. He then gave up his plan to invade Transoxiana and disbanded his large army. Meanwhile, his administrative measures created complications. Because the shifting of people to Daulatabad was resented. The raising of taxes and famine in the Ganga-Yamuna belt led to widespread rebellion. What do you mean by widespread rebellion? Rebelled. The people, those who lived in Ganga Yamuna Doab, okay, they rebelled against to the sultans.
Protest.
Okay, they were not happy. Protest. Okay, they were not happy because of famine. Okay, their condition was very poor. Okay, so they rebelled against to the sultan.
Ma'am, like now, Chennitala.
Now, like Chennitala, what is the matter?
No, Pinara, like Raji
Yeah, that is, that is the duty of the opposition party. If any if they hear something,
To took the loopholes.
they
Just
will
like
have only one chance. Just leave. Just quit. The ministry want to be quit, right?
the loopholes. They find out the
Yes.
loopholes.
They'll find out all the loopholes. And also this time it was very effective, right? I don't think never I never thought means this type of things will
Whenever
happen
Afridi goes
in
to say
Kerala.
something now, whenever Afridi goes to say something, I always look at side, is it recording or not? Because I'm not sure what he's going to say.
Yeah, actually it is the truth. Whenever, see children, when I was talking